Well, I was thinking if I act like I'm, triggered, make them think you got me right, and then and they'll hopefully they'll make a video, right? They'll clip it and make a video. That was what I was trying to do. It's fun because it's not been this fun for a while yet, really. So I just, yeah, I just pretend I'm fucking, I just pretend I'm triggered, and they love it, man. Eat it up. What? I'm live right now. Hold on. Oh, all right, dude. I'll call you back later, bro. Okay. Well, that isn't that surprising, maybe. All right, so give this a second as I gotta get myself prepared, get my podium straight here. I didn't realize I already hit the live button. Oh yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the United Hates community, Mr. Edward Thomas Harkinson Jr., aka Good Job, Buddy. Fanfare and things like this, and everybody's going crazy because I made it to my screen, to my screen, to my live stream. I made it to my screen. I'm doing a dance on my live screen. I think they call it the gritty. I see. Kinda, gritty, kinda. All right. Anyway. Hey. Welcome. So glad you made it. So glad you made it. All right. So, this is what it sounds like when doves cry. Boop, doop, doop, doop. Boop, doop, doop, boop, boop. Boop, doop, doop, boop. Boop, doop, 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 doop. Huh. Okay. All right. So my preparation for this, I was like, maybe I should write me out some notes. Maybe go old school and write some notes. Yeah. I didn't do that. So this is going to be winging it, but I'm pretty good at that too. So here we go. First of all, happy St. Patrick's Day. Second of all, rest in peace, Mr. Patrick Walsh. May you forever be flying that airplane. All right. Very glad you made it. All right, listen, I want to get right into this, and then I'll go down the line about each channel and stuff like that. But we're going to start with the 5 years that we've traveled together. We're coming up on 5 years, at least for me. And wow, what a journey it's been. Being elected the president was surprising, to say the very least. And I think I've done a pretty decent, miserable job of being the president of anything. If I were you, I wouldn't reelect me. Hey, what other candidate is that honest? Hey, my name's Eddie, and I approve this message. Don't reelect me. Hell to the no. I'm doing the gritty. So, in the 4.5+ years we've been doing this, a divide had happened around the time that the Goonie Camp thing broke up. I think we all know that. But before that, like we're talking about Zane Green, for instance, right? Getting 175 people in his chats. We don't do that anymore. But we're also not looking at like 3 channels and that's it. We've got several strong channels that have carried the torch. And I feel like it's actually better this way. How about this? 4.5 years ago, restreaming someone without even having their shit up on your panel or anything, just having like a phone way over there in the corner, restreaming someone, we get your channel taken down. Just nowadays, it's the thing to do. And personally, I love it. I was hoping that this community would do that, would allow each other, if it's shit talk or not, whatever it is, to be able to do what they want to do so that it creates more content for everybody to look at. That was the whole point. That's growth. Even though nobody's putting up the numbers like Zane Green used to put up. I guess Goonie Camp had some numbers, but I mean, we don't even know if all that was real or not anymore. So, and then, I had a run where I believe 2019, I was putting up some pretty big numbers in single chats, but it was because I was the only thing there was to watch. Now, we're at least 2 or 3 people each night, possibly. And if not, from the morning time all the way till nighttime, you can probably find somebody in our community live. What they're talking about, hey, maybe you don't dig that. That's not really my business. As the president, I believe everyone's free to talk about what they want to talk about. As Eddie, I don't agree with some of the people and some of the things they do. For instance, as just a member of the community, watching the way Mad Mac has been treated, it's very disappointing. We're all human beings, and we're all going to die. It could be quick, it could be tragic, it could be something we see coming, but it's going to happen. And it's sad the way some of you have reacted to the news about Mad Max. It's not like, no hate meant here, none of that kind of shit. Just, as a human being, you've lost it in here, and you lost me. And so, because of the things you've said about Mad Max specifically, and the things that earlier were said about what Joanne had to go through, losing her kids specifically, yeah, man, I as a person in the community will do whatever I can to stick up for those people you're picking on. I don't really like it, man. I don't like you picking on Natalie out there. That woman's surviving in a way that, shit, it's Zane Green like. Real bullets flying by her windows. And I know she doesn't like me so much or whatever. That's, as the president looking over this whole community, I believe that woman right there, Natalie, is one of the more interesting people because of what she has to go through and what she has to survive. And then I guess there's a clan of rebels called the 33 who are doing everything they can to try to take people's shortcomings and make them that, right? Turn them into this character, this pick on them for their shortcomings as if it wouldn't happen to you one day, as if you might not lose your home one day, or you might not have bullets flying by your window one day, or you might not pick up some cancer one day, or God forbid, you have to bury a child. And so you disgust me and forever will be like that. You're a disgusting person. And I'm not ashamed to say it out loud to the God above. You know who you are, all of you. You're disgusting. However, maybe you got heart. I don't know. You never know. We've lost several people along the way, and today's a great day to talk about that because Dog Lips, rest in peace. Dog Lips was a genius in his way, right? The way he made his way through our YouTube experience. But just everybody calling YouTube daddy on him, kicking him off here, he's restreaming me here, he's copyright. He just kept at it. And the man can fly a plane. And what we saw at the end was not that man's whole entire life, I guarantee you. That's probably why he was more than willing, it seemed, to fly that plane as high as he possibly could and get on out. That's what he seemed more than willing to do. And so others are going to drop along the way. That's just going to happen. And I wonder if people like David or Denise or Stella are going to just pick on those people too. Like, it's great that Stella has a show in the morning. If you're up in the morning, you have something to listen to. It's god awful if you're the person they're talking about. And it's every day, every goddamn day. But Stella's been gone for a while. It's been 10 days since it's been on stream. Anyway, so glory, all glory to God. But we need her back, right? We have to have a morning streamer. I don't know who else is going to pick it up. I guess Cause does that sometimes. I don't even know his schedule or any of that stuff. But as president, see, there's another flaw of mine. Didn't know when Cause went on. But also, like, when Cause is on, I don't even know if he's alive or dead sometimes because he just doesn't talk sometimes. And I'm like, fuck, man, did I lose the signal? Oftentimes, as the president, I can be busy doing something else in life, and I'll see somebody is live, and I'll put it on, put my earbud in. Might even just put one earbud in, and then I'll listen to what they're doing, right? See what they're up to, and just do whatever it is that I'm doing to try to keep some sort of eye on what's going on in this community. And then causes is one hard one to keep up with, because then you think you're losing your signal all the time. It's just because he's sitting there reading and staring at the screen. But that's his style, and we need his style. And I'm not defending Stella, but we need her style. I just wish, as Eddie, you see how this is hard to do? As the president, we need Stella. As Eddie, I really wish that she wouldn't just hammer down on people in a way that seems like karma is about to run her ass over. Same for you. Same for you. You know who you are. So we need them all. We need these characters. Though. Last night, give you a great example. I was on a panel at Sunday Driver, one of my favorites, to be honest. However, there comes a time when the host of that show gets to a point where it's just impossible. It feels like I'm talking to my drunk ass stepdad again. So, but before that, there's a level in there. There's a period of time where the energy is great. Last night, it was on point. And I want to thank Randy for coming up. I think that was A, brave, and B, it added a great deal of entertainment to the show. And you know what we didn't really do? I mean, we picked on each other, but we never really went out of our way to go try to pick on other people who weren't there. I don't think so anyway. I might have to go back and check. Maybe something like that happened. It seemed like, though, we were trying to keep it right there in the moment, right? Spontaneously, Sean and I were able to chop Randy up, and we had a good time with him. It was like a yo-yo. Anyway, I'd like to see more of those. We have not been like the people who genuinely don't like each other haven't been interacting a lot on streams. It seems as though it was because people were like, I'm sick of the drama. But when the drama happens, I see the chat go flying by. People are loving it. So not that it needs to be that way all the time, but on that occasion where we can battle, we should. And I do, as president, think that those are necessary also. You don't need just peace along the whole way. One of our I don't like to use the word creator, but one of the channels that again we also need, and though Eddie is battling him and would love to punch him right in the face, but David, always said that I just forgot what I was thinking. Now I wish I could rewind it. Let's see what I was talking about. Anyway, we're gonna see if my mind will come back to that. But we need everybody's input, and each and everybody's different personality makes this community what it is. It has grown exponentially, and I know that there's been concerns of the health of this community, saying that it's gone to shit, and Eddie and Evan ruined it, and all this kind of stuff, right? Well, that's nonsense. This community is healthier than ever. On any given night, Jesco, Junie Pie, Sam, Sean, myself, David, Denise, Stella. There's plenty more, and I'm not remembering everybody, but on any given night, 60, 70 people, or morning, 60, 70 people will show up. We're not hitting the 120s that I was getting there for like 6 months in a row. Nah, we're not hitting the Dane Green 175 right now. Nah, but there's also more of us. There's a much better variety. And also some of the topics are stale. As the president, I want to let you know that we are topically stale. We need to rejuvenate that. We need to dig up our topics, get them the fuck out the way, and start with some new ones. Bring in a whole new fresh batch of bullshit to talk about, calling people brand new names. Let's stop rehashing the old and bring in some new. And that's why I'm here to say, and I'm glad to say, and I'm announcing today, right now, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, I will not be seeking re-election. I'm not. I'm done. Done with this shit. So when we vote in, I don't know when we vote. Let's just say like November. That's when they vote. We should have 2 new candidates to vote for. And in the meantime, we should have as many people who want this job to raise their hand and say they want this job. Hamilton Homegrown, a newcomer. I'm absolutely down with that dude. Could handle this job. Jesse could handle this job. Hamilton reminded me of Jesse. Reminds me of Natalie. Could handle this job. Azel could handle this job. Voodoo Ninja absolutely could. I think Sean could. I don't think he wants to. Maybe Sean may. Nah, I think maybe Sean. Sean, that would be a little, giving Sean that much power, he might blow some shit up with his nuclear bomb. So, anyway, there are a myriad of people who might and should throw their hat in the ring to be our next president. And I can't wait to see who wants to be the president. And then when it's time to vote, I'll put it up on my channel. Just because I'm the president now, I'll put up the poll, the official poll. Last one, we had 430 or some votes. The biggest poll on my channel ever. And I think I squeaked it out with like 58% of the votes over Andrew, another absolutely qualifiable person. In fact, maybe the front runner. Maybe the front runner to be the next president of this community is Andrew, actually. So again, we need more streams like last night, but it doesn't need to be the only thing. We don't need to be so ugly to each other. We could root for each other. And also, if you're here to show off what you got, you came to the wrong community. That's all. You just Christopher Columbus this bitch. That's all. You just landed at the wrong spot, dog. You can just get back in your rowboat and row your ass gently up the stream. Merrily, and find somebody else who gives a fuck. We didn't come here to compare dicks. See who's got the nicest car and any of that shit. That's not why we're here. We're here, literally, for people like Natalie. It's me, Natalie. For people like Sam. For Jose Sanders. Those are the people we came to watch. I don't know. Some of you say, I came here strictly dickly to make friends. But this is YouTube. Nowhere in their fucking YouTube, their mission statement doesn't say anywhere in there that come on over here and make some friends. Got over 1 billion users. This is a place to be creative and put up videos. This shit here was an accident. Totally, I found this chat shit an accident. Never, ever in my life ever been in chats. Never until this. I had come from the other direction, like thinking we're here to make content type shit, talking about stuff. That's some content though. I didn't realize it until I did. But then again, there are people here who just want to make friends. Well, I would suggest if you just want to make friends, don't do videos talking shit about a bunch of other people. Because you're going to change people's opinion about you, even the people who you think are your friends. Friends. How many times in the last 3.5 years of my presidency have we seen people who were friends, no longer friends? It happens almost every week. All right? Maybe we should requalify that word. Maybe friends isn't the right word for it, but it's not for me to decide. That's for the next president to decide. And people who want to beat me up for the way I look or whatever, y'all, you can do that. I got the gray hairs coming in, and oh, by the way, man, Mac, you start losing your hair, I'll lose mine too. I got the broken teeth, 2 of them up here, 1 way back here. You got the gray beard going on. You definitely gained a lot of weight through the COVID stuff. I was like 205, 200 around there when that started, and I'm up 240 now. But guess what, dude? You won't believe this. If I told you, you'd think I was lying to you. I've already landed on Plymouth Rock, motherfucker. I've got my rock. I got what I came for. I got the person I got on this planet to get. I don't need to be so purty for anybody else. There's nobody else for me to be purty for. The only thing I'm on here to do is let this motherfucker run, dog. Run. That's what this thing does. It runs. And this thing keeps up with it. So if you can keep up with what's going on over here, you're more than welcome to have at me. But this shit right here, that's my secret service. I'm secretly servicing your ass on out. My wife is absolutely stunning, and every day I thank God. My beautiful baby boy is the cutest thing in his whole school. My older children are all doing well right now. It's great. You always want that. That makes you feel like maybe I can rest for a little bit. Dude, I've been stressed for a long time. I shouldn't have took on this damn community job, actually, as president. Shit. Who am I? Why am I taking this shit on? I'm too old for this shit. But I didn't come here try to look pretty for you or try to make a bunch of old ladies fucking over me. If that's what you came for, good for you. I bet you are getting a lot of that. I just don't listen, man. For me, 65-year-old salivating old sluts don't do it for me. Right? I got what I need right here. And it's every day, bro. With that Disney Channel flow. First one to go viral, man. Everybody know. Talking Vinny YouTube. Fuck it if you don't. Believe me, motherfucker. I ain't running from it. Nope. Getting right back in this community and doing what I always did. If you like it, that's good. If you don't, well, shit. Come at me if you at me. If you at me, do it. Show. But don't just put my face on somebody else's shoulders, though. That ain't really good, I don't think. It's going to do it. You got to be creative this time around the go. I want to see what you're going to do with your brain, with your creativity. I want to see it. Explode, blossom flower. It's your time. Shine, son. But at me about the way I look ain't going to get it done. Enough said. I'm a tool, I read. Azel, you think I'm a tool? You're right. My siblings use me as a brother. My parents have always used me as a son. My wife uses me as a husband. My children use me as a father. My friends use me as my friends. I am a tool. Absolutely right. And you may just be a 15-year-old boy. I don't know. I saw you the other day on Junipie stream too, which ironically, that whole awesome stream that Junipie just did, was 7 hours, 46 minutes long, I do believe, is named Afternoon with Azel, I believe. And it's hilarious because Azel is very little of that whole thing. But you do get to see Azel. Camera comes on. Azel is gorgeous. What a good looking man. Looks like he's 15, honest to God, dude. Didn't look like he has not aged since he's been a teenager. Good for you. Very good for you. And Azel, that's why I look the way I do. I'm a tool that gets used all the time for all the things I've already named. I wear life all over me. You know, the shit that I've been through and the shit that I've survived have made me what I am today. Gave me the courage I have to do any of this shit that we do simply, very easily. You know, just rolls off the tongue, dog. There's hardly any dead air. You'll never see me sitting here just reading in the fucking chat. So I am a tool. I get used for all those things, and you're welcome. Oh, my community uses me as a president. What's up, buds? The longest moderator on my channel, Hamilton. How you doing, homie? Good to see you. Ryder, what's up, homie? Good to see you guys in here, man. Any one of those guys, always, any of these people can step up at any moment and have, you know, the greatest show of the week, the most fun. What I like to do is scan through and find the parts where there's like 6 people, but they're not all talking over each other, but they're just bantering hardcore back and forth, and you know, not just like calling each other names, and like kind of like what you heard last night with Randy. He had like a list of like one-liners. Is going through them, but his microphone was so low we couldn't hear him. And I'm like, how many one-liners did you already waste? He had to come back on and fucking start back over and do his one-liners again. But hey, man, good for him, because that's something we need. That as a president, I know some people don't like him, but we need him in this community. Hello, Joanne. How you doing, honey? We need David in this community. I know some people don't like him, and hell yeah, I will whoop his fat fucking roly-poly kickball-looking ass. If he ever wants to come and get it, he can get all of it. Came to my town. Can you believe this, man? That dude came to my town, was 6 miles from me, and then left, filmed a video and left before letting anybody know he was here. I wonder why. Bitch made. You made yourself a bitch again. Good on you. Man, when I dominate you like that, I don't have to go back at you. You can keep doing what you do. And like I said, as a president, you're very much needed. Not going to agree with shit you do, but I'm very much needed. Mad Matt going through what he's going through and the shit you're saying about him. Then you're going to come on after Dog Lips dies and act like you're the fucking, you loved him and shit. And you did. Your Robert sent him money and y'all helped him a lot, but you also fucked with him hard too. You'll do the same thing with Mad Mac though, man, if this man doesn't beat this thing, although I think he's going to, because Mad Mac lives life live. I think he's going to beat this thing. I know he will. Mad Mac, we got your back. Y'all need to cut him slack. And that's fact, Jack, because you're whack. You're 40 something years old, dude. Grow the fuck up a little and be funny in that way. You can be intelligently funny. Again, not if there's an audience for it, and I guess there is. That's the thing. We come to recognize that when they all agree to hate somebody and they all agree to be in that dark under the 33rd percentile of intelligence, it's real easy for them to get along. Nobody's thinking outside the box. They're all thinking, let's keep this fucking box closed as we can. Every fucking time. Tracy Moore says some of the ugliest shit. Some of the ugliest shit falls out of that woman's face. And then she's this as your president, watching one of our people just blow cocaine up her nose and snort her pills. She's getting older, drinking, staying up, fucking burning the candle at both ends at her age is very scary. That's all I'm saying. And if you people, the 33rd, had any goddamn heart, you'd tell her that. But you haven't. You're just going to watch her to death like you do everybody else. And again, we need the Tracy Moores in this community as the president. You see the conflict of interest, right? It's very hard to be the president and be fair for the entire community and then also be Eddie GJB, who's, downright fucking disgusted with the way you people act. And I can take you on. I do have the sack for it. I got the fortitude. I got the brain. Got it all, dog. I got the chops. I got the wit. Y'all are better looking. Have you met my wife? Don't give no fucks. So, also, there's rumors going around that I ousted AJ's Adventures in some kind of presidential move. I didn't. All right. AJ fled the community again. He does that. I don't know why that's on him. They could be going through some personal issues they got to deal with. And again, man, I ain't no hater, dude. I hope that Donna gets better. I hope that that's all he cares about. Maybe that's why. I don't think I ran him off. I just want to say that. And scrapping dude, yeah, I did. I mean, I did. I destroyed his channel. But I did it legally. I didn't use YouTube Daddy. I just used Daddy. Damn straight, dude. Anyway, what I'm going to do right now is I am going to read the chat a little bit and see if there's anything that I need to address as president. Oh, whoa. I almost ended this bitch. I'm so terrible with shit. Sammy. What's going on, Sammy? Probably the scariest thing in this community is not knowing where Sam is. Because we're just like, God, what could Sam be getting into right now? You have no idea what state could be dealing with Sam on the side of the road. You know what I mean? Because Sam does meet some popos. Let's just say that. KD, how you doing? There's another one that they tried to beat down on. That woman's too strong for him. When you go through recovery and get as far as Katie has, the words that they say are going to be useless because she knows it's not what you say, think, or feel. The only thing that matters is what you do. So you're just wasting your breath trying to tear that woman down. She is another A survivor and another strong woman. And that's it. That's 100% it. That's all you can really say about Katie, for sure. Natalie, another strong woman, another survivor, another interesting person. Someone, both of them, Joanne too. 3 of these ladies could be a topic on A&E, on an A&E reality show or something. Very much so. And yeah, we have part of our community looking at it through the wrong lenses for whatever reason. They've lost their humanity. Let me see if I can No problem. Okay, they're talking cool. That's usually what goes on in my chat. Is that the chat talks to themselves, and then I fucking just yap the entire fucking time. I that's me. I'm a yapper. I'm a motherfucking yapper. What does Juan call me? Juan, what do you call me? I'm sure he's here. He might not be. There's not many people here. 33 people in the chat. Juan calls me he calls everybody a blister. A fucking blister. Absolutely, Natalie. And I hope that our community knows and understands it a little better. You know, people sometimes just want to be on the opposite thing that comes out of my mouth or whatever. Like David all the time. Anytime I post something, David will try to post something just exactly the opposite, right? So, and he'll do that. We all know. We all know. We all know. I said it last night, but I think I put it in a video that I edited that I was going to put out later. But I think that's a big weakness to just when you come out and you can't speak from your own point of view. You have to feel like you have some backup to speak some kind of way. We all know Eddie's a liar. We all know Eddie did that and this, the other thing. What do you know, though? What I want to know from you, just you, what did you figure out? What did you prove? That Randy fella, that square-handed Randy fella, square-headed Randy came up last night talking about, I'm going to prove you're a liar. Well, I know you're not going to do that because I didn't lie. So that we just fucking murked you for the next 35, 40 minutes. So I had to go. That's what happened to you. We just played tennis with your ass. We pickleballed your ass last night, dog. Because I ain't lying about shit. So I ain't proving nothing. Letting you talk would be just taking up fucking space. It was an opportunity to entertain, not entertain idiocracy. It don't look like anybody has any issues to deal with the president. And so if there's none of that going on, this is going to be it. I'm not really addressing this community as your president until I go out the door in January, unless some major thing happens. So what I'm going to need from each and every one of you is to A, stay alive, B, start giving a fuck about each other. You don't have to care about each other, but at least give a fuck. And not in a haunting sort of lurky sort of way. Like, you don't have to reach out and contact anybody or throw money in people's pockets, but you don't have to fucking add to people's already existing issues or pick on the things that have happened to them simply because these things have happened to them. And I say you don't have to because you may. It's up to you. You could maybe find other content. Truth be told, all last year I tried keeping it mostly to myself, right? Unless somehow I got wound up in something. And usually it was over trying to help other people who didn't have as loud a voice as me, maybe didn't make videos, stuff like that. And, and AJ always saying stupid shit to get himself locked up into my focus, which is dumb. I didn't have really many battles last year. It was, I had some fun making some videos, but I stayed back. This year, I'm putting myself back in there and making noise when I see people abusing and talking at people who are suffering. I'm going to make noise. I'm going to get in your way. I'll be that loudmouth that'll call you out like I used to. I went live 34 times, I believe, last year. And, I believe this year maybe we'll do it double. Because unless the community, does shift. Like I said, we do need the evil side. You have to have the dark side and the good side or whatever. It doesn't have to be done in the malicious way it's done. You can just talk shit about how, I think Nikki was doing it the other night. Denise, she was like, if anybody can understand what Eddie is saying, is talking about, just come up and let me know in the private chat, because I did sound like I was talking out of my fucking earball. That's true. That's exactly what I was intending to do, was to sound unreasonably ridiculous, right? And that reaction I thought was generally perfect, genuine, and nothing wrong with it. She did later then say I'm exploiting my mother-in-law And then after I put a comment on a page, she called me a horrible father, which is fine, coming from someone who's never been a parent. Yeah, I guess. Just listen to that rain. So soothing. Dig, if you will, the picture. You are now embraced, kid. Sweat of your body covers me. Can you, my darling? Can you picture this? This is what it sounds like when cars drive. Do, 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 woo, choo, 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 do, do, pow, woo, dee, woo, doo, woo, 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 choo, choo, do, 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 ba-da-da, woo, dee, woo, dee, woo, ooh, ooh, choo, choo, do, 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 ba-da-da, do, 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 do,